peeps, and welcome back to iLethal, the show that will dazzle your friends and confound your enemies. We'll give you some life-saving tips for behind the wheel, as well as chances to win cash and prizes.
Well, I'm Steven and this is Brittany, and our show begins according to the rules and regulations of the Federal Communications Commission and by the power vested in me by the great state of California at work.
Wow, that's kind of an interesting and rather frankly dull way to start the show. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, Brittany, actually there is. I'm paying homage to the DMV's driver handbook written for new drivers that reads like the great bard of English literature, William Shakespeare himself doth quoteth the verbiage therein.
So basically you're telling me that it's a little confusing and difficult to understand.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Which is why we went down to talk to some veteran drivers about the rules of the road and what they know. Let's take a look.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
How often do you break the speed limit?
Quite often. Every day, not gonna lie.
All the time.
Quite often.
I'm actually a really slow driver. I usually always go the speed limit.
We live in paradise, why speed?
How fast over the speed limit do you say you go?
You go about 5 to 10 miles per hour.
All right.
5 to 10.
I normally travel about 7 miles over the speed limit.
Probably about 72.
15 miles an hour.
Do you guys, either of you know anyone that texts and drives?
Yes. Guilty.
I do.
Oh yeah, people do that all the time.
Actually, only at stoplights.
I actually know people that text, smoke, and drive at the same time.
Yikes. When was the last time you read the DMV handbook?
Since I was maybe 15.
Years ago. Probably when I took my test at the DMV.
2.5 years ago.
I probably do it once every 3 years. Oh, I don't think I've ever read that, man.
40 years ago.
2008.
That's the fastest you're allowed to travel in a side of a school zone.
Oh, 25.
Maybe 15.
Like 5 miles.
25 miles an hour.
And did you know that because your friends just answered?
Of course.
15. I thought it was 10. Is it 5? It's 15.
It's 5. It's definitely not 5. 5 is like barely moving.
Educated drivers, right here. Cracks me up to see people driving for that many years who don't know the rules. And then I realize they're sharing my road.
Exactly. Which is why we want to stress the importance of being prepared. Because every moment in life is important. And every life is important.
Wow, Brittany. Are you completely fluent in Hallmark greeting card?
Maybe.
Well, as long as you don't eat your feelings. Anyway, there are many rules of the road. And while they are all important, you may not always come across each and every situation in your driving experience.
For instance, the safe and sane transportation of livestock and certain toxic gases may be something you don't encounter.
Oh, toxic gases.
Really? Right now?
Sorry.
Okay. But some of the more elementary rules of the road seem to escape our grasp quite easily, which is why our resident expert is happy to remind you in a little segment we like to call
Seriously, people?
Hey everyone, Katie here with a few tasty tidbits to help you be a better driver. So, you might be sitting there thinking, why would I listen to a 6-year-old talk to me about my driving? I feel you. It might sting a bit to get lessons from someone who only drives the kind of cars you buy at Toys R Us. Trust me, this hurts me more than it hurts you. Let's take a looky-loo at a little scenario that I like to call the reddish light. Here you are, driving along, soaking in the open road, when all of a sudden you see the light in front of you turn yellow. Sweet and sour chicken, nothing can stop you now. Instead of easing to a stop, you stomp on the gas like it's on fire, gunning towards the light as it turns red, and you cross a second too late. Ooh, missed it by this much. It's a simple rule, really. Red means stop, green means go. And to you, yellow means to drive like you learned on your Xbox. So, here are some options. 1, keep running red lights and either get caught and get tickets or get broadsided by a vegetable truck, which is kind of fitting for the life you will live in post-collision. 2, slow down and stop with those 30 precious seconds at a red light. And don't spend the rest of your life remembering what it was like to walk. Seriously, people, if I catch you running a red light in my hood, it's a one-way ticket on the pain train. Next stop, Neckles Sandwich Station.
Boom! That just happened.
Nicely done as always, Katie. But right now it's time for some feedback.
Ryan in Yorba Linda, it's a real city, writes, I just got my license and insurance is crazy expensive. Why is that? Doesn't seem fair.
I'll take this one, Steven. Basically, are the insurance companies sexist and ageist by charging higher rates to teen boys? Well, Ryan, insurance companies know that teen boys drive like, well, teen boys, and are the group most likely to cause collisions. So you get charged more based on the risk that they are taking to insure you against stupid behavior.
So guys, time to reverse the trend and make the insurance companies charge more to somebody else. Unless you like the label of idiot driver and the high fees that come with that.
Alright, and that's all for us. Until next time, keep asking.
Are you lethal?
Two, slow down and stop. Wait, those. Okay, I said doze. Two, slow down and stop. Wait, those. Okay, I keep saying doze.